Hello everybody and welcome back to another Deep Ogre review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Transformers Legacy Evolution Transformers Animated universe. There we go. Prowl. I have really loved the original figure. I don't know where it went. I said that in the unboxing, but I don't know where it went. It's in storage. I know I didn't sell it, but I know it's not in my house currently, so I'll go looking for that at some point. But this is a very tight, nice, solid update and G1ification of that figure. I think it's great. I've heard a lot of people complain about the proportions, saying that it's not very animated-y, but I don't really know what people expected, because it's Legacy. You know, they kind of fucked up the Transformers Prime figures, but they seem to be renewing their kind of what would you call that? Redeeming themselves with the animated figures. I only hope that Transformers Legacy Optimus from animated that's coming next year is just as good as this figure, because we haven't seen any photos of that yet, only leaked listings. Anyway, without further ado, I'll get into this guy's accessories. So, obviously, as we all know, animated Prowl's not a very gun person, so he does the Ninja Stars, and I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of these ones. Half the time they get stuck, the other time they just grind their own gears up, and it's really terrifying because I can't get them all the way out without forcing them all the way out. So, again, 2007 Prowl definitely wins in that area. It was a lot easier for the shurikens to deploy, but it's kind of just hard and complicated to get these ones to deploy. But once you do get them to deploy, even if you have to grind the gears down, he can hold them. This hand is a lot better. It's sculpted more to fit the shurikens like the original Prowls was. But unlike the original Prowl, I don't feel like when I put this in, the paint's going to scratch. And I also don't feel like, well, because they're not paint, they're both molded pieces of plastic. But I also feel like the thumb isn't going to break on this hand. Like, what was the issue with a lot of the animated Prowl figures is you would put the shurikens in the hand, and then the thumb was so thin that it would snap off. So that's kind of sad. But even this hand, which is the typical 3mm port, that can hold just any blaster. Let's do a serious Hot Rod, but, you know, he's not much of a gun guy. So there is a little slot right in the back of the hand that you can fit this shuriken into. Think it goes that way, and then I can get, no, okay, well, it's not gonna want to cooperate with me, apparently, so, you'll just have to fucking take my you guys will have to take my word on it that it does hold, but whatever. But the accessories are nice. There's obviously nice storage. I really like the storage, because obviously animated Prowl, his hubcaps are his shurikens, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So, getting close with this guy's head sculpt, it is beautiful. You do kind of get that long chin look from the animated show. I don't know what animated's hard on was with long chins. They just had a lot of long chin in animated, every character almost. But obviously you get the classic animated Prowl wings for the side of the bike, back here sticking straight out. Nice gold for the crest. Very G1-y, very animated-y. I love the mix. Love the silver paint. I love the gold. It's just absolutely astonishing how well they were able to match the gold from the cartoon model and the original toy to this figure. You get the arrow pointing down to his mangina, apparently. Very nice gold arrows all the way around. You do get the little red and blue siren lights for, well, that's obviously more for bike mode. Nice red Autobot symbol with the white just everything about this guy screams animated. I'm so happy they're doing animated figures in any form. I've really missed animated, and it seems like they're not fucking it up like they did with Prime last year. And some of this year, I think. I don't know. No. Skyquake's pretty good, so I'm not going to complain about anime or Prime this year. But obviously you get the beige, just classic animated Prowl. I love this design. And you do get asymmetry at the legs. This is the bumper, this is the front bumper, this is the back bumper. So, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I love this design so much. I love that they actually, were able to make this design good and work, because again, with the Prime figures, they weren't really able to do that, especially with RC and Knockout. For articulation, this guy is probably the closest to a Marvel Legend of a the articulation of a Marvel Legend, just a regular person figure, 1/12 scale, to a Transformer you're ever going to get. He can look up really, really nice, about all the way up. He can look down a very decent amount, and he has plenty of tilt and obviously side to side. Arm can go up about that far, down about that far, full 360, bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, about 90 degrees, waist swivel, slight ab crunch, just a very, very little ab crunch due to transformation, but it's still very, very appreciated. I think I said waist swivel, I can't remember. Leg can kick up, all the way up. He can kick back, all the way back. He can spread out about that far. Thigh swivel, single jointed knee up here, which gets a little past 90, and then due to the transformation, you do get that, so he can go all the way up with his knee. It does look a little weird though. And obviously you get a ball joint at the foot. He can go down with it, can go up, and obviously you have a beautiful ankle pivot. For comparison, here he is next to the Transformers Universe Classics Optimus Prime Deluxe class, and here he is next to the Transformers Shattered Glass Optimus Prime using the Earthrise Optimus Prime mold. This is just the closest Earthrise mold of Prime that I had on me, so I thought I'd just compare him, and he looks great next to mainly Optimus, obviously, but he just fits in so well anywhere you can put him, and he'd look fantastic. And here he is next to the some other Transformers Legacy Evolution figures I have. We have the Transformers Legacy Evolution Tarn. Sorry, I was trying to hold back a yawn. You could probably hear it. Review up on him if you want to go check that out. And the Transformers Legacy Evolution Core Class Sound Blaster. A review up for him if you want to go check that out. And this is actually my first Evolution Autobot, which is kind of weird, because I have Needle Nose, Sound Blaster, and Tarn, but no Autobots or Maximals yet, so I plan on changing that, though. And last but not least, here he is next to the Transformers Cyberverse Prowl Deluxe class, and it's pretty obvious what the best figure is here. It's obviously Legacy Evolution. This guy isn't too bad, but compared to this guy, out of the fucking water. I hope Earthrise gets a re-release of Prowl, though, because I really need to complete my Earthrise Dots and Brothers. Anyway, and here he is next to the Transformers Studio Series Bayverse Lockdown, and they don't look... Okay, obviously it's a different aesthetic, so fuck that. And actually, I was lying when I said that was the last. Here is next to Origins Bumblebee and Transformers Studio Series 86 Jazz. I really need that Origins Jazz, but bringing Jazz out and bringing one more character in, the animated Lugnut from the original animated series. Sadly, this is the only animated figure I have. I know I did a review on the Megatron, but that was a handed figure for me to do a sponsored video on, so don't have that anymore. And sadly, I sold my Jazz, and again, as I stated at the beginning of the video, I don't know where my Prowl went, so this is the only surviving animated figure I have. Sorry. So without further ado, let's get into the kind of scary transformation, but doesn't really lead to anything because the bike mode's kind of trash. So for the bike mode, after that kind of shitty transformation, it's fine, I guess. It's not as smooth as the original. You would think that a figure from 2023 of the same character would be as good, if not better, than the original. But it's not what we got here. You got some ugly gaps all across right here, all right here, ugly gold right there, weird seating arrangement right there, and more ugly gaps from the thigh swivel, yeah, and these metal pins everywhere. It just doesn't look that good in my opinion. They tried, I guess, but it just doesn't work out. The handlebars are cool, again, like Wreck-Gar and whatever the fuck his name is. You get some speed dials at the back of his head, and I guess if you really wanted to, you could get a figure up on this action. I haven't tried this yet. I don't think it's gonna work. No, it's not gonna work like Wreck-Gar. It might work with a core class. Hold on, because it could possibly work with a core class figure. So, Optimus can't reach the handlebars, but he can sit on him. So I guess if you really wanted to, it could work with a core class figure. But anyway, this figure wasn't meant to have other bots sit on him, so that's not really a main draw point. But things I do like is the wheels roll pretty nice. The kickstand works. That's pretty much it. That's all I can really give this figure in terms of the bike mode, sadly. But you know what? They gave it their best shot. It's just that the best shot of the 2007 Hasbro team was better in every way. So, without further ado, let's just get into my final thoughts. So, for my final thoughts on this figure, I think it's a straight out gold mine. This figure has such good articulation, such good posability, such good paint, such good accuracy. I love the death out of this figure. Absolutely, positively, one of the best Legacy figures of all time. Easily, personally, my favorite Legacy Deluxe class. I love him very, very much, and if you can get your hands on him, he is perfect. I ordered mine from Amazon on some fucking day, and I only got here. I ordered him on a Thursday, got him on a Saturday. So, you know, Amazon has him in stock, and that's how I got mine. So if you want him, get him. He might sell out pretty fast. So yeah, if you guys like this video, leave a like if you want to see more, and you haven't already, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.